parents here, Veronica and David, and too many special guests to name, but please give them a warm welcome. Zenia joined the Prep family when she was in 9th grade and immediately made an impact on not only the upper school but the athletic department. She's played soccer for us for 4 years, 2 of those years as captain, and she's also a member of the Arsenal soccer team and has been for 4 years. She's vice president of our NHS and also finds time to play basketball. She runs for the cross-country team and also the track team. And now she's going to speak to you about human trafficking. Welcome, Zenia.
They mow our lawns and vacuum our offices, paint our nails and paint our houses. They are in the room next door or the house next door. They're in strip malls where anyone can see them, but most of us don't, because most of us don't know where to look.
Human trafficking. It grows and grows every day and has become a great concern to many. Unfortunately, many of us do not become aware until it happens to someone we love. And I want to make sure you all know exactly what it is and how much it really happens around us every day. Human trafficking is the trading of humans for the purpose of forced labor, sexual slavery, or commercial sexual exploitation for the trafficker or others. It is the trade in people, especially women and children. Human trafficking has become one of the greatest problems that the United States has had to face. Polaris is a company who offers a broad range of surveying, and it is used by the U.S. to get its national studies. They recently studied and documented that more than 32,000 cases of human trafficking between December of 2007 and December 2016 in the U.S. Last year was documented as the biggest year of human trafficking, and it's predicted that 2019 will be the biggest year in history for human trafficking. The subject has become a booming industry and has affected the lives of many families. The International Labor Organization says that 246 million exploited children between the age of 5 and 17 every year, and that 1.2 million children are involved in human trafficking. Sadly, 25% of these children are U.S. citizens. Human trafficking has created more human slaves in the world now than ever in history. It is often hidden crime, and to get accurate statistics is a great challenge. However, researchers estimate that more than 80% of all victims are female, and over 30 of them are children, some being as young as 6 years old. Not only that, but it is estimated that 30,000 victims have died each year from abuse, from disease, from torture, from neglect, from so many things. There are many types of human trafficking. Sex trade and forced labor are said to be the biggest categories. There is a variety of ways people become victims of trafficking. False promises is one way people are duped into becoming enslaved. A person may be promised money, or for girls, they may be promised a job, such as a model, nanny, waitress, etc. Many people living in poverty are easy bait because they are promised their debts and will be paid off, and they will be able to start a new life. But unfortunately, these innocent human beings have themselves abused, threatened, and sold into the industry. These traffickers use very young children to raise them more profit. They use pregnant women to use their newborns, and they even force people to sell their organs to make their money. These innocent human beings are being used as if they have zero rights, all for the purpose of making money for the traffickers. It is so easy to be trapped in this horrible industry, and it is so important that everyone be vigilant. Human trafficking happens around us every day. For example, Augusta, Georgia is known to be one of the go-to places for these businesses. It has been ranked one of the top 10 cities for traffickers to get victims. Amazingly, I-20 is the #1 interstate in the U.S. where sex trafficking exchanges happen, and it is the #1 go-to for these traffickers. It's frightening to think that this is occurring in our own city, and this is why it's so important for all of us to always be on the lookout. Traffickers are driving around 24/7 and are looking for their next victim. For example, this past week, I'm sure many of us were watching the Masters, either on TV or on the green, but what we did not notice what was happening behind the scenes and the trafficking that was taking place. Masters Week is the peak time for traffickers as thousands of people are making their way to Augusta, and the interstate is chaotic. A study showed that in 2016, 11% of all human trafficking that went on in the world for that year happened during Masters Week. It is easier for victims to be trapped during Masters because of the crazy, chaotic week that is happening. People are focused on the golf, on TV, and they're not aware of all the business that's taking place. And traffickers use this as a way to make sure people are distracted while they're going about taking the lives of innocent people. For this past Masters, it was predicted that at least 21% of all the trafficking that would go on this year would come during Masters Week. Now, a big misconception many of us have is it's not going to happen to me, but it can. 3 major steps one can take to avoid being in such a dangerous situation are 1, always make sure you know where you are going, 2, know when you are coming back, and 3, always know who you are going with. Now, this last one is very important because not going somewhere alone could be the step to saving your life from a trafficker. If you need to go alone, make sure that a couple of people are informed of when it is and when you're coming back for cautionary purposes. Once involved in trafficking, there's no easy way out. There are, however, signs that someone may be a victim of human trafficking. These would include someone who avoids making eye contact, someone with unexplained bruises, or someone who is fearful or aggressive towards law enforcement. I believe that the more people are aware of it, the more we can stop it. I first became aware of the growing problem in 2016 when my brother and I watched the movie Priceless. The things we learned from this movie were shocking. It emphasized the idea that so many people are unaware of human trafficking and how easily they can become involved. This movie is a real-life story based on the lead singers for the band For King and Country, and it is about their experiences with this horrible topic. This movie is the story of 2 sisters who assumed that they are being smuggled into the U.S. to pay off a family debt by working as domestics. It then proceeds to tell the story of a truck driver who inadvertently delivers 2 women into the hands of sex traffickers and resolves to save them. After years of carrying things in his truck, all along he did not know that he was smuggling women for traffickers, and it is unbelievable to think that one guy could hand the lives of 2 underage women to sex traffickers and not even do it on purpose. It makes me think how much the sex trafficking really happened without us noticing. It is because of this movie that many people started to shine light on the topic of sex trafficking. With this great movie came the Priceless movement. This movement offers safe homes for women who are looking to escape the trafficking. It has created over 65 safe shelters and thousands of independent homes. It has saved over thousands of females by rescuing them from their harmful environment, and it has raised enough money to provide each of them with a new start and with a new beginning. The Priceless movement has created a rise in many other movements to end human trafficking. Many plans are out there to stop it, and although it happens around us, we have the ability to prevent it. This movie and this movement taught me that there are many different types of people in this world, but we're individually worth more than just a green piece of paper that these innocent humans are being trafficked for. Our worth and our value cannot be estimated by the wrongdoings of these people. Don't wait until it happens to someone that you care about. Get involved and stop it now. By taking one step to telling people about it and to become aware about it, or to inform them of it, you're preventing it. End it now and shut it down, just like Joel Smallbone did.
Those girls don't belong to anyone.
You go down this road, you can't go back to normal life again.
There's some bad dudes. We're gonna kill you.
My friendship comes at a cost.
This is not what love looks like.
I want to shut this thing down.
How could you just leave us?
You have to trust me.
That word is broken for you.
I'm gonna make this right.
Human trafficking is real and it happens every day. We only have two choices, to do nothing or to do something. If you suspect someone of being a victim of human trafficking, you should contact this number. Because nobody deserves to be treated like this, because in the end, we're all priceless. Thank you.